It doesn't look exactly the way you left it because that's all these textbooks from school. That's all these movies that I don't even know where to put them. And everything I had packed.
It's been 10 years that Mandy Metallic has been looking for answers about what happened to her son, Chris Mackenzie Metallic, a then 20-year-old Mi'kmaq from Listugush, Quebec.
He can't just vanish in the middle of the woods and then there's no trace of anything.
Chris went missing after a party while he was in his third year at Mount Allison University in Sackville, New Brunswick, 4 hours away from Listugush. His brother Spencer, who was also attending Mount Allison, called his mom on November 25, 2012, to tell her he couldn't find Chris. Tanner Isaac, Chris's other brother, was in grade 10 when he went missing.
I figured I'd wake up the next morning, they'd be like, oh, he found him, you know? It's just Chris being Chris, you know? He needed some time alone.
But when his brother didn't reappear, Tanner's world was shattered.
That's the hard part, is seeing everybody just fall apart because we're so lost and we don't know what to do anymore.
Chris's path was traced by the RCMP into nearby woods, but ultimately all roads led to nowhere.
You can tell he was getting lost. He was going back and forth, back and forth.
His prints eventually led to the Tantramar River, where tracking dogs lost his scent. The river was later searched by divers.
Some places are really hard to go through. Like this is where, that's the size of the river they think he fell in and got washed out.
Mandy has combed over the road where footprints presumed to belong to Chris were identified.
It's all I'm focused on. I don't do anything else. When I'm home, I'm planning on what to do next, and then when we're there, we're searching. And
Chris touched the lives of many and was an avid basketball player.
That's the newspaper clipping when they won the gold medal. That was his last game.
Both Mandy and Tanner said they felt the RCMP put in their best efforts to find Chris.
The RCMP are really helpful, and it's surprising because, you know, just being like Indigenous, you feel a little hesitant with getting help from them, but they've helped out so much with getting like helicopters and searches and divers and everything.
Desperate to find her son, Mandy conducted innumerable searches. She spent tens of thousands of dollars on trips to Sackville, searching with dogs, divers, drones, and even helicopters.
Giving up's not an option. And you still gotta live. I got other kids, and we live here. It's so far away.
The community rallied for Chris. Listugush residents drove up to Sackville to help search, raise funds, and held vigils for Chris.
The community support was overwhelming in a good way because, you know, Chris knew a lot of people and he was friends with so many people and he never had bad blood with anybody. So to see all of his friends and just community members in general come out and help us was amazing, you know.
Even now, the community participated in Mandy's fundraiser to fund new billboards on the 10-year anniversary.
I painted this.
Despite previous positive encounters with the RCMP, Mandy Metallic says she hasn't heard from the RCMP in months. But that won't stop her from searching for closure on the well-trodden road in Sackville.
I feel like I need to keep his disappearance out there so he's not forgotten.
If you have any information regarding Chris Metallic's disappearance, call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 or TIPS. Emilia Fournier, APTN National News, Listugush, Quebec.